Yeah, how to survive the very British apocalypse we're having here because of Corona, COVID-19. How about we don't get so close to each other? Yeah, you know the government advice that you're meant to be following? Just a thought. Why don't we follow that advice? Do you think that would be a good idea? How about, if you've got a bad cough, you don't go into the fucking post office because you've got to post something to your sister who lives not far away, and you're elderly and you've got a bad cough and you're going out and it's like, oh yeah, you know, oh, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, you sure it's fine? You're going to post something off to your sister and you might have something. You don't know. Fucking stupid. A lot of the problems we've got now, in terms of the numbers of people infected, or have been infected, those people who've recovered as well, those people who've died, it's because of people not treating it seriously. Today, because the media said it's peaked, today, more than any other Thursday, it's a Thursday today, right? Any other Thursday I've seen so far, because I go for my daily walk, I've seen loads of, well, the alcoholics are out. They're all outside the off licence, and they're getting within close distance to people, they're ignoring distancing rules. A lot of other people too. A lot of old people ignore distancing rules. I'm having to give them a glaring look, like move your fucking arse out of the way if you're going to follow the fucking rules. For your sake as much as fucking mine. Idiots. And people putting these stickers, I've mentioned this on Facebook, stickers around my town. The local conspiracy theorist, the one who wrote Flat Earth on the seawall in paint. I can't remember which paint, like, not enamel, it doesn't really matter, but wrote it in paint, and since most of it has been washed off, but still you can see on there quite clearly Flat Earth. I believe it's that same person who's been putting stickers around town saying, you know, we are not China. Don't trust the Chinese funded World Health Organization. You do realise the World Health Organization is funded by many people, but apparently if there's any Chinese money it must be run by the Communist Party. And they connect 5G to COVID. Mad. A lot of people are meant to be distancing in my town, young and old, are not paying attention. With some of the young, like a group of lads walking along the beach, with some of the people more my age, like in their 30s, who are basically couples. It's like, I know you fucking well don't live together. You get, you know, double dates, basically. And people coming over, and people, you know, not respecting the rules. It's shit, isn't it? It's fucking shit. You know, I mean, imagine if we did actually have something on the scale of Spanish flu, right? You'd be fucked, wouldn't you? You would be fucked. It's the thing about the rules as well. I mean, people who are saying lift the rules because they aren't really working. It's like, well, because people aren't following the fucking rules, are they? A lot of people are. Probably most of us are, to some greater or lesser degree. It's not so much to do with the person, oh, your neighbour's gone out twice a day. Oh, fucky whoopie-doo. They've gone out shopping and they've gone for their jog. Yeah, no, that's nothing. The real problem is with people not following proper distancing procedure, proper hygiene procedure. People who pick things up off shelves in supermarkets and look at it for half an hour and then pop it back. Yeah, if there was anything on it, you've got it now. You're just going to pop it back. So if you had anything, you're just going to pop it down. Yeah, genius. People with obvious, well, warning signs of the virus as well. What, you're just going to, what? Go around sneezing? Or you've got to go somewhere? Face mask, maybe? You know? You haven't got one? Why the fuck haven't you ordered one? Yes, you can still buy them on eBay. People are irritating, aren't they? People are fucking stupid. Even I've got one. I don't wear this, but if push came to shove, I can look a bit like some kind of villain off Mortal Kombat. So, yeah, people are fucking stupid. People. This is why people now are saying, oh well, maybe we should lift the rules, get business back to usual. If nothing else, that means we'll end up with the economy moving, jobs still being there, we'll end up with a really incredibly deep recession. I begin to sympathise, and this is a thing I've been thinking about. The reason why you need a nanny state in the UK. It's called other things elsewhere, but we call it a nanny state over here. I'm not sure if it's called the nanny state over in Australia, but I think they call it something else in America, but whatever the case may be. The reason why we need it is because most fucking people are too goddamn stupid to organise their own existence. You know, you can only do so much. You can only help people so much, for that matter. But there's an awful lot of people in society who are just incapable of following rules. And you put in place, I mean, this is what I think the government did. They put in place these rules, right? And the police occasionally enforce them. And they go, I thought I saw you earlier. Oh yes, well, you know, we've seen, you know, blah, blah, blah. And, oh, you've been seen, you know, before, you've been warned before. That's now going to be a fine. So one person out of so many, I don't know, so many thousand people gets that. Or people being harassed by the police because the police say, you know, that they're knocking down, like saying to journalists, hey, you know, social distancing, I am distant, I'm using a fucking zoom lens. You know, something not dissimilar to what I've got there, actually, but it's a super zoom lens. Glad I've got that, because it's a really handy lens. But yeah, you're getting all these ridiculous stories in the news, and a lot of stuff that won't be reported anyway, or not widely reported. And yeah, I can understand why people are concerned. I'm kind of getting off the thread, aren't I? I was talking about something, but I'm kind of vaguely annoyed and kind of getting over my annoyance, and then using this video to get over my annoyance. Because the amount of people I'm seeing just not distancing. Nanny state, that's it. You need to have a system where the government acts as a kind of authority, mild authority, in order to help people to organise their lives and to get them moving in the right direction. Because most people are just not capable. And the only real way of improving that is to actually have a more educated society. One where people are, you know, through education, they learn. And if you failed, you're a fuck up, you're going to go through it again. We're going to make sure that you've actually got the life skills you need when you reach that level. Maybe you'll be okay. You don't need the nanny state then, but you've got the educational nanny state. Oh, can't fucking win. Because most people are not really capable of really organising themselves sufficiently. So, you know, these rules brought in because people are not following the basic essential level they brought in initially. Then it's like, oh, we need to bring in lockdown. You know, oh yeah, a lot of people have been taken off work, and it's like, yeah, you know, get rid of this, get rid of that, you're not going to be here. Okay, right, okay, good. Let's go on a holiday. You people really helped, didn't you? I live in a holiday region. People coming down, going on holiday, or going on day trips. You're from the city, what are you going to do? Pop down to the coast. Yeah, pop down to the English coast, how about that? Yeah. You know, it's like, well, it's a genius idea, isn't it? A genius idea. The thing is, if people just used enough common sense, a lot of this stuff would not be necessary. A lot of these issues that we're dealing with now would not be major issues. A lot of problems we're dealing with at present would not be major problems. People are too fucking stupid. And I say people in general terms, generalisation, simplification. Why am I using that? Because it's not everyone, it's probably not most people, it's probably just a handful of people, but that handful of people, that small minority, is sufficient as to cause a problem. They're the kind of people who come out in the middle of the day, ignore queue distancing, and they fill up the off licences, and they fill up the other convenience stores. Or they decide to cross the street and walk towards you. It's like, I am fucking here, you're not giving me enough distance. What am I meant to do now? Cross over the road so you can walk by. And then cross back so I can keep on walking on this side of the fucking road. Come on. People are showing their lack of intelligence. You know? They look at you fucking weird if you walk in the road. There's no fucking traffic. I'm walking towards where the traffic would come from. One-way system, right? I'm walking in the middle of the road because there's fuckers over here, fuckers over there. They're getting too close to each other. They're ignoring distancing rules. You know? People are fucking weird, you know. Usually I have a gripe about religious people knocking on my door. I mean, I haven't had it recently. You know, there's a few memes out there about Jehovah's Witnesses knowing that everyone's going to be in, and they're like, ooh, we know you're going to be in. But no, they've been sensible. Or at least of the ones I've seen. They haven't been out doing their usual, would you like a copy of the Watchtower or Awake magazine? So good. Similar with other groups. Good. Similar with, various people who have lots of contact with people. They've been like, holding back. You might find it different in your nation, your city, your town, whatever the case may be. But in the scale of things, my major gripe at the moment is with people who just aren't taking it seriously. And they're not taking to the bare, essentials. It's like, okay, this is the recommended government guidelines. They recognise you're going to be below that because you're a little bit retarded. And you're around about, you're about there. You're about there. Well done. That's crap. That is really crap. Incredibly shit that you are incapable of actually doing a decent job of this. What more can I say? It's mad. You would think the obvious would be that people actually do a decent job of this, and that people actually go, oh yeah, I'll do the basics. 2 metres, no problem. Busy high street, avoid it. What did I do? I walked around the high street, because I was it's like 10:30, a bit late. I thought, okay, there might be a few people around, but a couple of days, in fact, was it yesterday? Yesterday was very quiet. And even at that time of day. Although I came out a bit earlier and went back around about that sort of time, because I went for my walk. And what do I find? I find when I get to this, shop, basically, I can go and grab some things. Long queue, fuck that, I'm not going to wait outside in a queue of 20 people going around the corner, distancing by 2 metres thereabouts, just to go and grab some bits and bobs. Because then I think I have to buy a big shop, and it's kind of a long trek home, just to make it worthwhile, So I thought, fuck that. Walking back, some people who are friends with the person who owns one of the pubs is like, I'll give you a pint or whatever, and it's like, so they're mingling, sitting on benches, and it's like, are you two together? Do you live together? I don't say this, but I recognise it. So I'm taking some pictures of graffiti instead, because there's some good graffiti in my town, like proper artistic graffiti, not the shit that kids do when they're kind of vaguely autistic, but just real art. And further down I have to cross a couple of times because the fuckers who just go, right, I'm going to march forward. And it's, that makes me then do that. Because then I'm thinking, I'm here, Then I have to walk in the fucking road because there's some old fucker there. Then I have to cross the road because there's a bunch of people just hanging out in front of the local news agents. A family. Oh, it's your daily walk, right. They don't recommend you go in big groups. What do? 5 of you and your dogs all together. Clever. Really, really clever. Genius, in fact. Get around them. Manage to get into the bakery. Get into the baker's. Grab myself some bread. Keep me going for a week. I've got enough bread to last easily a week or more. Probably longer. I don't eat too much bread. I'm not one of those sorts of people. But high quality bread. Because I can't go into the other shop where I'd normally grab the bread, but I can get some high quality bread and, that's fine. And further down, there's a stupid woman who crosses over. She's wearing a mask with a little, valve thing, or a little, not valve, a little breathing kind of thing on the front, so it filters the air. It's like, that's not going to help you. But she's crossing up, she walks directly at me, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? And this is where there was 2, not quite yet sober alcoholics by the off licence outside. And why are they outside? Because there's a fucking queue inside. Why is that? Because of the other alcoholics in our town. They're all these skinny people who, kind of like, they all smell strongly of cigarette smoke and other things. And, they're all kind of sobering up in the morning, and they're kind of skinny and kind of drawn faces, and, usually guys in their 30s. A lot of them are former junkies, I know that from my town, because we have a few rehabs in the area, but that's another story. And these people are just getting all close up to people, or, together, they're not distancing, I'm trying to get on with my life. I should have gone off the high street as soon as I went in the bakery, because the bakery's halfway down. So I walked halfway down, walking around those few fuckers, and then further down it's all of these people going, right, I'm going to go into the corner shop and fuck up their day, even though outside the local Lidl, which I walked by before, because that's not on the high street, that's a bit off the high street, there was only a very small queue. So people should have done that, but you can't tell people. So yeah, anyway, I'm rambling, I'm ranting. I'm frustrated by the way people are. I should have just said that at the beginning of the video. Like 30-second video. I'm frustrated, here's why I'm done. That would have been a very quick video indeed. Instead, I've wasted a lot of your time, a lot of my time, ranting about people who cannot organise themselves. But just to finish off, near the post office. People going into the post office not distancing, people just hopping out their car right near the post office, they're right next to people who are queuing, it's like they're not distancing, old people who are not distancing, people who are going, right, I'm going to walk in the road, it's like, why the fuck are you walking in the road? There's a person there, there's a person over there, there's a person there, that person's still, you should have crossed over to where the other person is to actually get across and cross over and not block my way. So I have to walk in the middle of the fucking road, because there's people on the other side of the road as well. I should only go out very early morning and very late evening, which is what I've mostly been doing recently. I'll go for an evening walk around about 7 or 8 o'clock on the evening, and that way I avoid any issues, any contact with schmucks. Occasionally I have to cross the road, but apart from that, an occasional dog walker. Or actually, even with that, I was walking down a wide public footpath, half of it's like grassy with flowers and that. And a woman just basically, you know, walks by. It's like she's strangely mute. You know, if you have to get by, make sure that I've given you enough distance, or as much as I can. It's common sense, isn't it? Maybe that's the problem. There is a lack of common sense. A lot of people are not capable of following the rules. And, yeah, occasionally it happens, I suppose.